Okay, you guys, we are back with another banging video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Stefon Diggs humiliating Cardi B, reducing her to just a baby mama the very same way Offset did. Do you guys remember when Cardi B told us about her album being named Am I the Drama? And I was like, girl, are you sure about that title? Because you do know that you're casting a spell on yourself. You're going to become the drama, right? Do y'all remember when I said that? And fast forward to now, Cardi is literally the drama. Let's talk about it because I did a video previously talking about Stefon Diggs distances himself from Cardi B's drama. TMZ was asking him about the public spot, and he was like, that's nothing, it's no big deal. She's good and all of that jazz. But, when they asked him about the relationship between him and Cardi B, his response was his baby mama. They asked him if he was still with Cardi B. Remember I said to you guys in the first video, I said, if you should ask Russell Wilson about Sierra, he would have a lot more to say. If you ask Metcalf anything about Normani, he would have a lot more to say. This man speaks on Cardi B like she is a stranger consistently. And now he's saying, when he was asked about Cardi B and, if they are still together, he says Cardi B is his baby mama, right? He didn't say, that's my partner and my child's mother. We're locked in tight. We're locked in for good. Honey, that man reduced Cardi B to a baby mama the very same way Offset did. Remember, I've been telling y'all all this time, Offset, Stefon Diggs, they're spelled the same way, and they're the same people in different fonts. If you haven't seen that video about Offset being at Cannes Film Festival, honey, you need to watch that video. Offset and Stefon Diggs, they talk the same way, they dress the same way, they literally sound the same way, honey. And now, to see Stefon Diggs reducing Cardi B to, that's his baby mama, someone ask you if both of you are still together. You have to ask her, she's my baby mama, she's an amazing woman. He can't even say like, oh my God, she's the mother of my son. We are definitely most together. Don't tell her I said that, because that is what a man in love would do. Even if the woman is going to be angry at him for speaking on their relationship publicly, a man in love will never deny his woman. But no, Stefon Diggs, he wants the girlies to know it's fair game, it's fair play. And when I said to y'all, I'm going to be out here lurking in them bushes because I want to see if it's Nika, if it's Keisha, if it's Becky, if it's Claudia, because a baby mama is about to pop out, honey, based on this man's response. And he's been telling us that he's going to build another who. He's going to have the NFL version of the Jackson 5. How do you get that with two sons? How do you get the NFL version of the Jackson 5 with two sons? So that man was clearly telling the world that he'll be having more kids and he wants more boys specifically, and he wants them to be in the NFL. No. Is Cardi B going to leave him irrespective of this moment? Nah, she's not done yet. You see, Cardi B's out here acting as though she has to be Captain Save-em. She always wants to save someone. You all remember when I said she is protecting her two biggest enemies? Isn't it clear that she is at this point? Like, if this does not seal that conversation for you guys, I don't know what else is gonna, but I believe it should be clear to you guys at this point in time that Stefon Diggs does not love Cardi B. And you see, Bird Nation is Cardi B's biggest enemies, because Bird Nation, they encourage this relationship and they're like, oh my God, he loves her. And I saw people on TikTok was like, oh, I can see how we get the girls like you. Isn't that a turn off to you guys? Wasn't it given red flag right through and through? The man is media trained. The man is PR trained. And you guys are turned on by that? A man putting on a facade to make himself look good while making the other woman look as though she doesn't know the right ear different from the left elbow? You guys are fascinated by that because you know what? You guys are afraid to set standards for yourselves. You guys are afraid to love on yourselves. You feel as though you need a Stefon Diggs in your life, right? He has to be a hot boy. He has to be flashy. He has to be a pretty boy and all of that jazz. And these men, they ain't looking at you, honey. They'll come to you as though you are some, Cardi B for servicing. And then after that, it's off to hanging out with the bros and having a good time with the bros. And when he's getting the diamond necklace for himself, you best believe the bros are included. Another thing too, we haven't seen Cardi B bragging about anything from the baby daddy, as though she would show us what Offset is doing for her. She has never shown us what Stefon Diggs is doing for her. And do we know what Diggs is doing? Do we need to know what Diggs is doing for her? Is it any of our business? Yes, it is all of our business and we need to know it. We were somewhere minding our own business as individuals when these two kept calling us to the internet to look at them. And now that you have our full attention, you're giving us nothing. You're literally giving us nothing beside toxicity, koi pond situation. But we want to see what gifts he's given Barney B. She has always been sharing, always been telling. She loves to go off on the internet. Bitch, go off on this too. What has that man ever gifted you? It's always you doing something for that man. Throwing him a birthday party, allegedly, getting him a yacht. You remember that yacht with all the girls and Barney B was there? It is alleged that that's all Barney B, right? And then we heard about the Super Bowl after party that she planned that was over $2 million. Barney B's money. Allegedly. So when does Stefon Diggs' money comes into the equation? We want to see it. Let us see it, girls, so we can stop assuming, and at least we can take that pressure off him and off you too. But hey, boo, I have to also be cognizant of the fact that he literally just told the world ain't nothing common between us more than the child we have together. And if that is not an embarrassment, honey, I don't know what the heck else is. That is super duper embarrassing. Trust and believe it is. You should never speak, even if they had a child together and that child was a teen and they have broken up 10 years ago. He shouldn't have spoken about her in that cold tone. It was cold. It was open and shut. It left no room for any other questions to, come up. So you know that this man, he's not in love. He's just looking for the next fix, like a drug, walking around with his jar, collecting arts. That's what he's doing. But let's see who's about to pop up with another baby. You can leave your comments below and we're going to talk some more, honey, down in the comment section. Peace.